Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. First of all, a lot was happening prior to the match, and we need to be on top of all of this news. Some big days coming up, importante days coming up over the next few days as the window, closes. But yeah, of course, what a victory. A fantastic victory for Chelsea Football Club, 6-1 victorious over Middlesbrough, 6-2 in aggregate. We are off to Wembley, another final. Even in a subpar season, we somehow make it to the final. That's just what we do, right? That's what we do. But we're not here for that. We've already talked about the match in All You Can Eat Chelsea. We're gonna touch on this as well. Anyway, if you've missed out on my review, go check that out. That's the last video that's out. Make sure you check that out. But today we're here to talk about some of the news that was popping off just before the match. Very, very important to go through all of that. As I said, it's going to be one very, very entertaining week coming up. So let me just bring up the news, ladies and gentlemen. This is the latest. There's a lot of talk that's happening in regards to Benzema. There's a lot of talk that's happening in regards to Osimhen. But we're going to start the story from here, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a very busy week for Armando Broja and Chelsea. There could be a movement in the next days. Chelsea have a replacement name in the list, but nothing is closed or advanced. Coming from Fabrizio Romano and Chelsea transfer. Look, do you know what? I was a bit worried that Armando Broja was starting for Chelsea Football Club. Even though I wanted him to start against Middlesbrough, I was just a bit worried that where is the mindset going to be for this particular player, knowing very well that the club is adamant in selling him, and also there's so much news all over social media. These players, they see everything on social media. So I was a bit concerned where his mindset's going to be. Look, do you know what? He gave it his best. Look, it wasn't the best performance that you want from a particular striker, but I think he tried his best to give as much as effort as possible against Middlesbrough. His pressing was good. Should have scored that first goal, which ended up being a own goal against Middlesbrough. But look, overall, obviously, Chelsea Football Club need better, need more. So I won't be surprised if he leaves and gets sold. I think at the moment, it's more the fact that Chelsea Football Club are looking to sell him as opposed to him wanting to leave Chelsea. But at the same time, he will be aware that Chelsea are in the lookout for another striker. So he should know very well that his position at Chelsea Football Club is probably not there for the future. So whether it's a loan move, whether it's a loan and an option to buy, I don't know, but I think something will happen with Armando Broja. So watch this space. Now, check this out. Chelsea are starting to showing interest in Karim Benzema. This is coming from Ed Aarons, who's apparently a sports writer director of The Guardian. So this is not a Mickey Mouse source, as I always say, Mickey Mouse. Not in this case. Karim Benzema looks like Chelsea are interested in him. This makes sense. Look, we always, during the transfer, window, we always try and understand whether a particular transfer makes sense, whether a particular rumor, actually is feasible or not, or is it too far-fetched. In this case, you've got a player, and we're going to show you the news. You've got a player that doesn't want to be in Saudi Pro League, and you've got a club that is desperately looking for an experienced striker. Now, a lot of people will say, but Miz, what about the under 25 policy? Bin that policy. Honestly, absolutely bin that policy. Because right now, the team lacks experience. You can go only that far with youth. You do need thoroughbreds. You need players that just know the game inside out. And Karim Benzema, there's no better one than him when it comes to the striking position. So, look, I'm glad we're starting to see some news in regards to Chelsea being interested. A lot of people will question, well, what about his wages? This, that, the other. Of course, he has to take a cut. He wants to leave Saudi. So he has to take a cut. He has to make a sacrifice. And the sacrifice needs to be massive. So, you might be asking why. Why does he want to leave Saudis? He's getting a lot of money there. So these are some of the news that's been popping off. As I said, just before the match yesterday, Karim Benzema has now asked Al Ittihad if he can explore a loan. But the Saudi champions still want to keep him. Of course, they want to keep him. Saudis, they want to build their brand, they want to build their league, and show the world that they are quite competitive as a league. And Karim Benzema is a huge marquee player for them, and a player of his stature leaving that particular league, that's not going to go down nicely for Saudi Pro League, right? So of course they're adamant to keep him. However, at the end of the day, players get what they want. You can't force a player to stick around. And this is coming from Ben Jacobs. Look, I know a lot of you guys might have a different, feel towards Ben Jacobs, but when it comes to news from the Saudis, he seems to have connections there. So he probably knows a little bit in terms of the inside details there. So watch this space in regards to Karim Benzema. Furthermore, Karim Benzema feels under pressure at his Saudi club Al Ittihad and wants to leave temporarily, a source close to the club told AFP on Tuesday. So temporarily, loan move. I think it was a 2-year contract with Al Ittihad as well, some mega deal as well. So look, if he's not enjoying his time right now, he's going to push for a move. And apparently Lyon was trying to get him. And that would have been a fantastic story for Karim Benzema, where it all started for him in Lyon, in France, and him going back there. But I think Lyon financially are going to struggle to do this. And there's some words as well that apparently Saudi Al Ittihad, they're not going to entertain, paying for his wages. They're not going to entertain some sort of a small transfer fee either. So look, this is where Karim Benzema will need to sacrifice his wages. If Al Ittihad is not looking to pay his wages, you don't expect Chelsea to cover those 3.2 million wages per week, which is ridiculous. No one in Europe is going to be doing that. So obviously there's got to be a loan fee that you got to pay Al Ittihad. Hopefully that loan fee is not going to be too outrageous, and that's where hopefully Karim Benzema can negotiate and tell Al Ittihad as well, look, calm down on the transfer fee as well. You don't have to pay me. I'm going to take a pay cut anyway. So Karim Benzema will have to come into the party. So let's see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. I can't see. Look, Lyon, I could understand, as I said, like him going back to his roots. I can't see any other club wanting to go for Karim Benzema. I'm just thinking all throughout Premier League. PSG, I don't think so. Karim Benzema, if he goes to France, he'll probably be going to Lyon. Spain, he's already done his business in Real Madrid. Would he go there just momentarily again? I can't see that happening. In the Premier League, maybe Man United, perhaps Arsenal. But look, Man United is probably a tough one because you've got Højlund there. You've got, I don't know what the situation with Anthony Martial is. But as I said, you've already got Højlund there. Obviously, someone like Karim Benzema will potentially go to Man United, probably start, but I can't see that happening. Arsenal, yeah, big shout. Arsenal's looking for a striker. Are they going to go for someone like Karim Benzema? Maybe. There could be a bit of a tussle between both of us. But let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts in regards to Karim Benzema. Now, a little bit about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, I have already made my decision on the next step to do at the end of the season. I already made up my mind. I already have my plan. I know what I want to do, the next step I want to take. Look, recently, Victor Osimhen, I think someone tweeted, I think it was a Chelsea fan that said, happy birthday to Victor Osimhen, and also say, can't wait to see you at Chelsea, something or other. And he actually liked it and then commented as well. Did he comment? Or I think there was an emoji like hands praying emoji or something like that. Look, this one is not going to happen in January, but I think he will be joining Chelsea Football Club. He's already made his mind and he wants to be in the Premier League. I can't think of another team at the moment that's going to go for someone like Victor Osimhen. I think eventually enough, Arsenal will probably go for Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney fancies Arsenal as well. Apparently, he likes Arsenal. And Victor Osimhen potentially coming to Chelsea Football Club. Once again, I'm ruling out Man United, and I don't think any other teams are really looking for a striker. City already have Haaland. Liverpool, they've got a plethora of good attackers over there. In the European stages, PSG, they got Gonçalo Ramos. We'll see what happens with him. Real Madrid, I think they maybe, I don't know what's happening with Mbappe and Real Madrid. Victor Osimhen, there is a lot of strong links towards Chelsea Football Club. Drogba talking to Victor Osimhen. You've got John Obi Mikel talking to Victor Osimhen. So I just get the feeling this particular player in the summer, this is a blockbuster move to Chelsea Football Club. So and he will fit. He will fit. There's we've had great African players at Chelsea Football Club, and I think these players, they would have grown up watching some of their idols play for Chelsea, and I think it would be a dream come true for them to play for Chelsea Football Club. So let's see what happens in the summer. I don't expect this to happen in the January. Maybe a pre-agreement. Who knows? We'll see. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Maresca on Cesare Casadei's recall. I was under the impression that it was Leicester that let go of him because they were buying a midfielder. However, this is what Enzo Maresca had to say. We were surprised Casadei went back to Chelsea. They own him so they can decide. We can't do anything. We didn't expect it, but we deal with it and we see if we can do something before the transfer window closes. So very, very surprised at Chelsea calling this player back. He's cup tied, so he can't play in the Carabao Cup and he can't play in the FA Cup as well. Is he going to get minutes in the Premier League? I don't know, man. I don't know. And he can't go on another loan either. So I find this really strange. I think the player's talented, but I think at the same time, the talent is going to be wasted if we're not able to give any sort of minutes. I mean, he's at a stage in his career where he needs to develop, needs to play week in, week out. Just being in the training ground is not going to be enough. I can't see how he's going to get game time at Chelsea, man. Like, if we are not going to, we don't play that many games, or we're not in Europe. So we'll have to hope. And as I said, even if we go as far as possible in the domestic cups, he's cup tied. So in the Premier League, you've got players like Enzo, you've got Caicedo, then you've got Gallagher, who's very much favoured by Mauricio Pochettino. I know against Middlesbrough, he was dropped, and it looked like Gallagher was a little bit annoyed by that. I can't see how Casadei fits in. And then you've got players like Chukwuemeka. Then you've got players like perhaps Cole Palmer playing in central attacking midfield role. We are essentially playing now, hopefully, with two midfielders. We're not going to try with the three midfielders anymore. Maybe certain games. I don't know. Unless we're expecting a lot more injuries to come and we need a little bit of depth in midfield, maybe. But I don't want to waste this kid's, development. We've already wasted Andre Santos's time, being at Nottingham Forest for 6 months, absolute waste. And we still don't know what we're going to do without Andre Santos as well. And now we've got Casadei as well. Let's see what happens with him. He's not going anywhere. He has to stay at Chelsea Football Club. So we have to find some minutes. Cesare Casadei and Christopher Nkunku were both involved in Chelsea training on Monday at Cobham. So good to know both of them are getting involved in training, especially Nkunku. We need to see this brother coming back. Off the back of that really good victory against Middlesbrough, we need to go on a bit of a roll. We've got Aston Villa next up in the FA Cup. We have to perform once again, continue going as deep as possible in that particular competition as well. So Nkunku is needed. Straight after Aston Villa, we've got Liverpool. Nkunku is a big player for us. And so far this season, he's been non-existent, obviously because of injuries. But now we need to start seeing the returns. We need to start seeing the return on investment happening. Nkunku, big player for us. Chelsea may want Trevor Chalobah sold, but the player himself is content to sit tight and resolve things in the summer if need be. So look, you'd think at times some of these players, they'd be fed up by just sitting there and doing nothing. Obviously, in Chalobah's case, he's been injured, but if he's starting to feel better, he should push for a move out. Like Chalobah right now is definitely surplus to requirements. He's not going to play. We've got too many CBs. The CBs like Betty Schiller not getting an opportunity now. Do you know what I mean? Desassi might not get an opportunity once Malo Gusto is fit. And even though Desasi's done really well, do you know what I mean? So, because Levi Colwell played well as well against Middlesbrough. I don't know, it's Middlesbrough, I get it. But Levi Colwell gone back into CB. Thiago Silva is always going to be there and thereabouts for us. So, Trevor Chalobah, your surplus to requirements. I'm sorry to say, even though I rate the guy, I actually rate this defender. If this player, he should be interested to get a move. It's not like he's on really big wages either that he needs to stick around at Chelsea Football Club. But if he feels that maybe he's got a better opportunity to find the right club in the summer, I guess do what you need to do for yourself. But I can't see how Trevor Chalobah finds any minutes at Chelsea Football Club. And there's a window now open. Take the opportunity, see if he can, get some starts somewhere else. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea are set for a busy end to the window, especially as far as outgoings are concerned. It's coming from Ben Jacobs, and I fully believe that as well. I think there will be some outgoings. My prediction will be Armando Broja. I think he's going to go out. We've already seen Ian Martin go out on a loan. We're potentially going to see Chalobah. Hopefully, he moves on as well. And maybe the surprise package is perhaps Conor Gallagher, because let's be honest. I mean, Pochettino will he'll have to make the hard choices very soon. You cannot keep playing with three-man midfield. You do need to have one midfielder that's a little bit more, giving a lot more attacking potency. So we are going to get into a situation where Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo are probably going to be the regular starters, and then you're going to have that attacking midfield in the likes of Cole Palmer, or in the likes of Nkunku, or in the likes of Chukwuemeka. And then, yes, sure, you can have someone like Gallagher come off the bench, but then we all have to wonder, why did Cassidy come back? It's just too many options, right? Maybe someone like Conor Gallagher is probably deemed to be leaving the football club, or to be sold in this particular window. But we shall see. But it is going to be very, very exciting. Let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notifications to stay in touch with all my content. Got a lot to talk about, other bits and pieces of news that's flying around. Probably need to do a truth bomb in regards to Mudryk, and a few other stories that's floating around as well. So do look out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification as well to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya. Bye.